everybody. Welcome back to the Chuck and Lisa Show. I am Chuck, as you might know. This is Lisa. She's prettier than me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who isn't?
Well, you. Ah! I know. Go ahead and say it right to start the show, Darsh.
I think I have my YouTube open.
Oh, welcome, everybody. It's going to be a fun hour. What? What do you do?
I had my YouTube open twice.
Oh, that would do it.
2 Chucks is just not tolerable.
No?
No.
Wow.
Remember last night we were talking about cloning me?
Yeah, no.
Could you imagine cloned me?
Yeah, no.
2 of me coming in the houses at indiscriminate time and Lisa never knowing which one's which.
No.
Oh, that would be entertaining.
It'd be
No.
twice as many Chucks. It could be banned from Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, like they need that. Oh, gosh. This is my beautiful wife, Lisa, and that other voice in the background is my producer and brother from another mother, Mr. Dersh.
If
How you
you
doing,
say so.
Mr. Dersh?
Better than I deserve. Better than I deserve, but I think you knew that already, didn't you, Chuck?
I did.
You keep writing
What'd
it
you
all
say,
over
brother from
bathrooms
another
everywhere.
mother? Oh, my. So it's another groovy day in the neighborhood. There's Dersh's smiley face. Let me tell you where you can find me on the internet. I am at Chuck Nellis in many, many places, but not as many as I used to. Twitter kicked me off. Tumblr kicked me off. Sayscape closed themselves. So, I am at Chuck Nellis on Gab, CloutHub, Parler, WeGo, USA.life, MeWe, Codius, and I'm Chuck.Nellis.7, like 007, but without the double O's on Facebook. And then the only odd place otherwise is Getter, where I'm
They're all odd.
real Chuck Nellis.
They're all odd.
You're odd.
You're odd.
So, Miss Lisa, where on the internet are we going to find you, Lasse?
Mostly Twitter, a little bit of Facebook.
And what's your username?
Louise, but I'm not going to be your friend on Facebook. Especially if you're like, "Hello, ma'am, you're very pretty. Would you like to be friends with me on Facebook?"
God, they get this for men and women. You know what cracks me up is when they confuse them and get a man's doing it to me or a woman.
Hello, honey. Would you like to see my boobs?
Right.
No, I really wouldn't like to see your boobs, you Russian troll.
That's all I get on CloutHub these days.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then me.
Seriously, it's all I get.
I get everybody that's like an army general, because there's so many of them, right?
Oh, yeah. So many retired army
generals.
Right,
and I live in Washington, D.C., and I work in California.
Right, exactly. And I'm from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Lisa, tell them where we can find vintage Velma finds.
On Etsy.
Yeah, what do you sell there?
I sell vintage things, swizzle sticks, keychains, those like hotel keychain things. Jewelry. And little weirdo things.
Little gift items.
Very small things that I can put in a very small bag and mail to you.
Makes it easy, and they don't break.
Yep.
Cool.
And at my store, I put the big things that might break, and you have to go there and buy them.
And they're really pretty.
But they're very pretty.
Yeah, she puts some good stuff in the
Pyrex
store.
And mugs and dolls and collectibles and
anything that's
weird things. Cool. Sorry, my nose is itching. I'm allergic to you, I think.
No.
Yes.
And that is Alpha 1 exit 143.
143 on 85/40.
Interstates. Yep.
In Burlington, North Carolina.
Burlinghaven.
Yep.
Where can we find you, Mr. Dershey?
Yeah, bother. Nobody cares. I'm out there somewhere.
You're out there, all right.
Wherever it is. Wherever it is, it's usually raining.
And your dogs are not loving that today.
My baby does. He's a hound, and man, he loves the rain. And
does he like mud?
Yeah.
He likes mud. He loves digging. He loves the rain. He dives in the water pond with a koi fish, chases koi fish around the pond.
That's pretty funny.
He digs the water, and then my older dog Chief sits there.
I love hounds.
Chief looks at him like, dude, you are one messed up dog. You know what I'm saying? As he sits in the garage where it's nice and dry.
Yep. Our older dog Cotton does that to Shelby. Shelby's running around at 9 million miles an hour and tries to get in her face. She growls at her and just kind of shakes her head and goes, "Get away from me."
Yep.
Exactly.
Just go about your business elsewhere. So anyway, you can find Durst mostly on Gab. That's his location he hangs out on, and that's where you can reach him if you want to. Or
unless I
follow
want
him
to go.
most.
Unless I want to go pick up a chick, and then I'll go to Cloud Hub, and I have my pick there because I.
Yeah, but it's a hell of a commute to get to date him. It's like Liberia or something like that, you know. but me give you a great good time.
Yeah.
It really is that bad, guys. I get them every day too, and I just laugh. Some of them I'll even twist with them just a little bit because I'm bored. You know, just, "Hey, how you doing? Where do you live?" They always say. "Oh, in the United States," and they're like, "Oh, where?" And I'm like, "North Carolina," and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Where are you?" They're like, "New York," and they'll be like some borough of some city, and I'll be like, "I've been there. Do you know so-and-so on the street of blah, blah, blah?" Because I'm looking it up online at the moment. The last thing I see is account gone.
Yeah.
They just delete themselves. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, bye-bye.
Yep.
So,
I got one on Wego today.
Did you? On Wego?
First time ever on Wego. I was
Really?
surprised. Yeah.
I've got a couple there. I get them you get them everywhere, honestly. They're on every single freaking site. And if any of you ever give them your private information, you're a damn fool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if any of you text them, you're even stupider.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, and they got my father. My father's not the brightest light in the world when it comes to the internet. And he's very old at this point.
He's getting a government grant, you idiot.
You know the scam about getting the money from the government? Dersh.
Yes.
Trust me, if it was that easy to get a government grant, I wouldn't be so busy at work all the time right now.
He's going to get $135,000 or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't have to do a thing except this and this, and give these people
them money.
$500 now, $500 again, $500 again."
Mm-hmm.
Until all of a sudden they've got enough money and they're like, "We don't care about you anymore."
You know what the thing that's pissing me off right now, the scam?
Besides Chuck?
Yeah.
What?
No, the scam that's pissing me off right now is people posting cars that are like less than 5 or 10 years old for $1,000, or a camper, a really nice camper, or like anything that's under, I would say, $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it, instead of clicking on it, you know what you need to do? You need to click. You need to click on the seller's name, because when you click on the seller's name, you will see that same vehicle posted 5,000 times across the United States.
80 different cities, and it's the exact same picture.
Yeah. And it's always like, I can't answer you. I'm posting this from my aunt. Yeah. I just had it cleaned 3 days ago. Yeah. Please send my aunt an email.
I want to go see it. Well, I can't because I've got it packed up for storage.
Right.
Just send me the deposit and I'll send it. Yeah.
The old adage, if something seems to be too good,
so all you got to do, seriously though, if you think it's something you might want, don't click on the thing. Click on the person's name.
Research the seller.
No, don't even you don't even have to research it. All you have to do is click on their name,
on Facebook,
and you will see the same vehicle posted like 90 times.
Yep. And it's you know what it is when you see, something like what was I just saw? What are those? Those spider bikes, the spider cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 3-wheelers. Some guy's got a picture of him out in front of his house. His big, gigantic, beautiful house. 2 spider, and he's selling them for $500 for both of them.
Yeah. Right.
Or
those things sell for $30,000, $40,000, depending on
You mean the slingshot?
Right.
Or the,
Yeah,
Or
the slingshots, right.
An Airstream for $2,000.
The slingshot is an awesome car. I mean, it's amazingly, it's amazingly fast. Amazingly fast.
But they sell for
And
$34,000.
Well, they sell for about 30,000 new, and if it was a used one, and if it was any years old, it would be down to 20 at least. You know?
Yeah, but not 500 for two.
God no, God no. Maybe 500 a month for the next 7 years.
Oh, that's my other pet peeve. I said, here's a thing that's legitimately for sale. The Hispanics around here like to do this. It's like a truck that's really for sale.
Yeah.
And it says it's for $1,000.
Yeah.
That's the down payment.
Right.
But they put that as the price.
And yeah.
So I report them too, because that's not right.
Because that's misleading.
Yeah. Remember that truck
Hey, we have a room for a new consumer report segment in our show.
Yeah. How about it's called "Don't Be Stupid."
I like that. That's actually a great idea. First, take note.
I like it.
Don't be stupid.
I like it too because there's so many scams out in the world that people have no
And
idea.
sometimes they're not a
Oh.
scam, but they still suck. Like timeshare vacations.
I can't buy anything off of Facebook anymore because 90% of that stuff on there is an absolute scam.
Yeah.
You
The only
just
thing
can't
I
trust
buy
it.
from there.
Ooh, she got one hell of a cool thing off there.
The only
though.
thing I buy from there now is like stickers.
I told Lisa to find a 1972, 1970 as a matter of fact it was, dishwasher by this obscure Hobart company that made the top of the line dishwashers.
Actually,
3 days later, she goes, "Is this what you mean?" And I go, "Yes."
I wasn't even
buy
looking.
it.
I wasn't even looking. I think it was because I was searching for one. It showed up in my marketplace.
How
Right.
amazing! And we've been using it for a year now, and it's just the best.
And I was like, I called my son and said, "Are you doing anything today?" He's like, "No." I said, "Come over here, get Chuck's truck, drive over there, pick up that dishwasher. I'll give you like $50."
Yep. And the dishwasher was only like what was it? $30?
No, the dishwasher was like also $50. I
Okay,
think.
$50. So for $100, we got the best dishwasher
I think
ever.
somebody-
It was the best rated in the history of dishwasher.
I think it was like somebody's grandma's house and she died.
She never used it.
and
She's one of those ladies that washed the dishes.
They
even
were-
though she had a dishwasher.
she probably washed them and put them in there to dry off, like my mother-in-law used to do. Not
So
your
that
mom.
was a bargain.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Guess what happened in 1587 on this date?
You were born.
I didn't see that one coming. Yes, I was born the day Mary Scotts was executed.
Wow.
So, God, that was a zinger.
Too bad you missed
Hershey, I
it.
think she thinks I'm old.
No.
Oh, you know whose birthday is today?
Who?
Joey Logano's third baby.
Oh, right.
Well, that's
Right,
true.
right. What's
Yep.
the name?
What?
Amelia Love.
That baby's gonna have.
Girl.
That baby's gonna have some gold lined diapers with the money he just won.
Right?
So
Amelia
Yeah.
Love. Isn't
$2
that cute?
We'll get to that eventually.
That's
$2 million. 1910, the Boy Scouts of America began. 1943, the Battle of Guadalcanal. That was a good one. 1971, the start of the NASDAQ stock market. 2001, Disney's California Adventure Park opens. Far out,
What
huh?
kind of an adventure do they have in California?
I don't want to know.
Is it like, do they
California's so
set things on
perverted.
fire and then you have to get
Are we
out?
all nude?
I think that's what it is. They set things on fire, then you have to get out before you
Let's get you a
die.
pyro.
It's fun.
Famous birthdays. Daniel Bernelli in 1700. 1820, William Tecumseh Sherman. 1828, me. Jules Verne is born. 1925, Lisa's born.
Nuh-uh.
Jack Lemmon is born.
My birthday's in March. Shut up.
You won't say what year. 1931, James Dean is born.
He did.
he did.
Died too young.
Yeah.
But doing what he loved was a hell of a car. 1940, This is Ted Koppel reporting.
Used to eat at Red Lobster.
He
The
used one
that my sister worked at.
Yeah, she knew him. I knew him. He was always at the dealership hanging out. He owned Jeeps then. He was big into Jeeps in the late 80s. 1940, Nick Nolte.
He's a nut.
Yeah, he is. 1955, John Grisham.
He's a good writer.
1974, I don't know who this is. Seth Green?
He's an actor.
Actor.
He has red hair.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think he
know
was
your
on
name.
Buffy. Was he on Buffy?
Buffy. Yep, he was on Buffy, and
That's cool.
yeah.
He's a ginger.
Ginger Rogers.
No.
Hey, somebody come jump in the pool and say hello to us tonight. It's mighty quiet in there so far. Usually there's a happy hour going on. Let's see. First story of the night. You're going to love this story.
Who?
You.
Did I send it to you?
Oh.
Oh.
An 8-year-old boy.
No, I did send it to you.
Let's say, all right, Santa.
Liar.
Liar!
I purposely did because I knew she sent it to me. An 8-year-old
Liar.
boy snuck.
You're a liar.
You got to say it. Well, Carol Kane. Carol Kane.
Just say the story.
Liar! An 8-year-old boy snuck a book he wrote into the library shelf.
I love this
More
story.
than 100 people are waiting to check it out.
Yeah. It's a year waiting list already on that book.
It's cool.
Isn't that something?
Yep. He started on his second book too.
That's
Really?
cool.
Mhm.
I hope he spells Christmas right this time.
Dylan Helbig, 8 years old, wrote a Christmas book and snuck it into the library stacks in Boise, Idaho. His family says when a librarian saw it, the
Well, he
staff
told his
decided
mother.
to catalog the book.
Yeah, he told his mother that he put it there, and then his mother called to see if she could get it back.
He put the book together in like 4 days. His father told CNN. With him putting it in the library, we weren't we weren't surprised that he did anything like that. When he wants to do something, make something happen, he makes something happen. That kid's going to be a millionaire. If he's already at it at age 6.
They're making an ebook, I think,
Are
so
they?
people can read it.
There were 135 people waiting to check the book out as of Monday morning.
Did you know how I had a book?
If each person keeps the book for a maximum of 2 weeks, that could mean
4
5
weeks.
years.
4 weeks.
2 weeks. It says.
Well, they said they have a 4-week checkout period.
I see.
Did you know I had a book in our library at my school?
No. How'd that happen?
It's on our bookshelf because I made a book, and
Yeah.
then I asked them if they would put it in the library, and then they did.
So you're like him.
Kinda.
That's cool.
Yep.
How come
Because
you
I
didn't
had
keep
already I read all the books in our library because it was really small.
So you wrote your own.
So I wrote a book and I put it in there.
That's cool.
We have it. They when the school closed,
Mm-hmm.
they sent it back to my mom.
He did misspell Christmas, didn't he?
Yeah, you did.
Oh well.
They don't care how you spell things. At
Dylan
school.
is no stranger to writing his own books, his father said. He has written 5 to 10 page comic books, but this is by far his biggest project.
Very nice.
It's a whopping 88 pages.
That's a lot of pages.
It's called The Adventures of Dylan Helbig's Christmas with Christmas. That's pretty cool.
And does it say how he said it was written by?
Yeah.
By Dylan himself.
And Dylan himself. That's pretty fun. That's really cute.
Pen name? Dylan himself?
Dylan himself.
So we should start selling those online instead of making an online copy.
Well, no, he's going to make
Might
an
as well.
ebook, but I think he's going to sell it.
Oh,
I
it
don't
is
know.
good. Okay, good.
I'm not sure.
Very good. Kid's a business person. I like that.
Yeah.
Daryl Johnson's here. At least it's 1925. I don't know where everyone is. Ask them, Daryl. Usually there's a bunch of people in there chatting away by now. Come on into the pool, y'all.
Probably drunk already.
No, it isn't. Alright, so this dude in Vegas unknowingly left $229,000 win on a broken Las Vegas slot machine. Investigators tracked him down with a payout. Can you imagine that?
Right, because he left because it said the machine malfunctioned and he had to go to dinner.
Right. $229,368.52. Gracious.
That's pretty cool. I would have hated, like, if I was playing and it said the machine was like still spinning or whatever.
Mhm.
I would have been like, I'm not going to dinner until it stops.
They called it the mask jackpot in the Czech CC.
They tracked him down. They do
Yeah,
that a lot,
they
though,
investigated
apparently.
No.
Yeah.
The Nevada Gaming Board released a statement saying they were resolving progressive prize weight. So that's what it said on the screen?
It said resolving the progressive prize, but then then it broke.
Yep. He left thinking the machine had malfunctioned and he hadn't won. In January 28th, the casino notified him he'd won all that money. It took him nearly 3 weeks to locate him.
Well, they had to make sure it was the
He
right
was wearing
guy.
a mask too, you know.
Well,
It's interesting too that the mask movie is in the background there.
Well, yeah. So they tracked him down with his credit card receipts and analyzing ride-hailing data collected by Nevada. They can find anything on you if they want to.
well, they just
There
looked
is no hiding.
Well, not if you use a credit card. If you use cash, there's a little bit of hiding. Oh, in other news, the IRS decided that they're not using facial IDs
Good.
for tax evaders anymore.
Good.
I don't care if you're in a casino. There's nothing you can do to hide yourself. They have so many cameras and security.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You'd have to be wearing a full-blown mask.
No, actually, there's some sort of like weird ass makeup you can wear that like messes up the facial recognition cameras.
Yeah,
it's like kind of like geometric.
It has metallic
weird,
stuff, metallic, and it screws up the
or like
camera.
bangs over your face and then like glittery things and
the
stuff.
thing is, they can still track you.
Yeah.
You know, by your clothes and where you're going
and your credit card.
Yep.
That is funny that the mask is behind him.
But that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Boy, could you imagine getting that check? Oh, man!
I'd be happy.
Uh-huh. In other news, I love this. This is my favorite story I've seen this week. 80-year-old man walks through a blizzard to rescue 3 cars of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Saskatchewan.
Why? Was he senile?
What happened was, this lady was leaving from work, and she decided taking a dirt road would be better for her tractions, but she got lost, and she couldn't see more than a sliver of the road's edge from her rolled down window. So after she stopped and called 911, the operator suggested she wait in the storm as her tank was full and she was warm. The operator took my information and told me an officer would call me back. Almost 14 hours and counting, and nobody had called me back to check in. Would the gas tank last until morning? If I was hit by what if I was hit by another vehicle? What if I fell asleep and the tailpipe got blocked?
Oh God! At first I thought you said, "What if I fell asleep in the tailpipe?" How's that gonna happen?
What if your tailpipe got blocked?
Ow!
I know.
Ow! You're not right.
What if I didn't make it home at all? She said. Determined to ensure the safest end to her return to the worst, she went out in the storm and discovered her location on the roadside. Then found a neighborhood Facebook group for the area she was passing through, learning it contained of her plight through Google Maps pin. That's interesting. That's when Andre Bouvier Sr., I'm sure he doesn't talk like that.
No.
Doing some at-home genealogy
Bouvier!
Got a call about the St. Ange situation. Bundled up while ignoring his wife's concern for his safety. You're 80 years old, you old fart!
Put your shoes on!
Don't go! That's if she liked
I'm not coming to get you if you get lost.
Exactly. So the 80-year-old went out to find her on foot since he couldn't manage to start his tractor. You know, if your tractor doesn't start, that might be a sign that you don't want to go walk through the snow.
You think?
Maybe, just maybe,
Normally,
just maybe, his wife was annoying.
yeah, I'd rather die in the snow.
But listen to you, one more minute.
On the way, you found 3 other stranded vehicles totaling 7 people.
What the hell? Would people just go out in Canada, and get stuck in the snow?
And walking the walking the quarter mile and there and back, he led the helpless cars one by one to his home.
It's a quarter-mile track.
No kidding. So, once we arrived at his house, I parked the car, I got out, jumped into his arms, and gave him a great big bear hug. I was sobbing with gratitude. I'm so grateful.
And the wife was like...
So they let them all sleep at the house. They had an orgy. Wait.
No, the wife was like...
Invented.
I told you not to go outside and bring 7 more people home.
Stop bringing strangers home. He remarked that everyone would have done the same, and that it took very little thoughts or courage to help. That's what heroes always say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't walk a quarter of a mile down the road to find people in the snow. You could if you could.
I would.
But you wouldn't.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. I wouldn't cook them dinner if you brought them home, though.
Yeah, we got cans of shit. Hand them each a can of...
Everybody gets a can of ravioli.
Yeah. Exactly. You sent me this article, The Issues with Asperger's.
Oh, right. This is why we don't call it Asperger's anymore. First, you have to tell people what that is in case they don't know.
Right. You need to tell people what you told me
what
about Asperger's the other day.
No, I didn't.
About the guy.
I didn't memorize it.
This doesn't... I know, but generalize it.
Well,
this article is not about that.
The doctor that Asperger's was named after, which is supposedly high-functioning autism.
Right.
He was really, turns out that he was a Nazi collaborator, and he did a lot of experiments. And he also would put children in different categories, and some of the children ended up getting killed because of which category he put them in. So he's not really a hero. He's not a champion of the autistic or anything like that. And so we really don't call it Asperger's anymore. It's just different. It's not even level. It's not even levels because it's not on a straight line. It's like you can be like really low on one thing,
that's why they
way
call it
out there.
spectrum.
Well, I know, but it's not a spectrum, and that when you think of a spectrum, you think of like low to high, but it's not. It's more like a circle, and like some of the things you can be like a little bit good at, some of the things you can be really good at, some things you're really bad at, some of these things good.
Right.
It's not like a set number. Yeah, it's all over the place, and we know this because why?
Why?
Because we're both autistic.
Well, we are, and
not that I've been diagnosed because I have not.
My child, now almost 30 years old, is also autistic and doing quite well compared to.
And we also don't say high functioning because that implies that there's a lot of people that are low functioning.
Or are they?
Right, but that's in the real world. Like and maybe in their world they're doing fine.
There are morons who think they're smart.
That's different. Some people are just stupid. That's not autistic. That's just stupid. There are a lot of people that aren't autistic. They're just stupid.
Alrighty. Which leads me to an not old, but a year-old article from Elon Musk when he came out about having Asperger's.
Oh, and he also said he was the first person that was on Saturday Night Live to admit he had Asperger's or whatever, which is total bullshit. Because who beat him? You know who is autistic as crap?
But who admitted it?
Dan Aykroyd.
Did he?
Oh yeah.
He admitted it on the show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh okay. Okay, actually,
there's a lot
in this article. As I scanned down, it says there are a couple issues with this.
Chris Rock.
The first is that Dan Aykroyd, and also Chris Rock, and David Byrne.
Oh well, you could tell he's autistic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But also, men. You know why men get diagnosed more than
almost
women?
Everybody's got a touch.
You know why men get diagnosed more than women?
What?
Because the diagnostics were written to explain why little rich white boys were weird. No, seriously, it's true.
Sort of
it's
makes
true.
sense.
So to explain like what their problem was. So like,
what's wrong with you, boy?
So a lot of women don't get diagnosed because they're better at covering it up.
Right.
Because they know how to play the game.
Right. Yeah. Asperger's has definite positives and definite negatives, depending on how you got it. But like for me, I got bored as shit. You had to keep my attention span in school, or else I was going to be acting up.
Well, that's ADHD.
No, it was an Asperger thing.
You can have ADHD.
Oh, I know, but I didn't have ADHD.
I bet you do. I bet you do.
They taught it to the lowest common denominator.
I bet you have
not
ADHD.
The highest. Why?
All right, they don't pay me enough to diagnose your ass.
I don't pay you anything for anything diagnosing anybody.
I know, but I could.
You just do it for jolly.
Shits and giggles.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I just wanted to more refer to what
So we don't call it Asperger's anymore because that guy was an asshole.
Because he was an asshole.
And he killed children.
Daryl says falling asleep in a tailpipe is painful.
Ouch.
Having a tailpipe up your own tailpipe would be far worse.
Ouch.
Woo!
Ouch.
Classifying people is the most arrogant thing you can do. God created each of us with gifts. That's true. That's why it's so hard, like Lisa said, to classify anybody. Because everybody's got their own gig.
But it is sometimes helpful to be diagnosed for one thing or another because then you get special accommodations. For example, a lot of people want to be classified as having a learning disability for when they're taking the bar exam, because that way they can take a different version of it that, in my not so humble opinion, is easier to pass, and that way they can be stupid lawyers. I don't know. But, you know what I mean? Like, they could get accommodated for taking the bar exam.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to call us up for that when I worked with the behavioral health. But they don't realize it takes probably a couple years to get into that classification. You can't call 6 weeks before your bar exam and want to be classified as learning disabled. That's not how it happens.
Right.
So you should have thought about that when you got into law school.
Yeah. Yeah, you tell them.
Yeah. That.
Well, the problem we have, because I taught gifted, and along with gifted, there was a lot of kids that were on the autistic spectrum and all that. The biggest problem we have is the parents.
You think?
Yeah, well, the parents are embarrassed by their kid having an issue, and therefore not most, but a lot would refuse extra accommodations, like you're talking about, Lisa.
Right.
Which these kids deserve and should have.
Right.
So
that's why they have to get tested.
They end up hurting their kids because they're embarrassed, which is just
right. Well, that's
shameful.
how my ex was, because there was this one teacher that wanted one of my kids to get tested for, well, they just call it ADD back then,
right?
But and he needed to get tested for something. I mean, he's probably the smartest kid I have, but he just would not do homework. Period.
Right.
Would not do homework ever. I think he carried around the same set of papers in his backpack the whole entire time he was in school.
Probably. They probably had nothing to do with.
But probably not. And
mine would.
And my ex was like, "Oh no, they're not going to throw pills at my kid for no reason. That lady wants everybody to be tested." And so I was never allowed to have him tested.
Right.
Because my kid's not broken.
I had no choice.
Well, yeah.
My kid was out of control at that point.
Yeah.
I was doing the best I could, but I needed some help. So we got tested. We figured it out. I figured out a course of action to lead her on, and that was a challenge.
What'd you do,
And you were the smoothing stone.
Yeah, What did I get?
One of these new McDonald's marketing ideas.
Yeah, I just did it just to see what it tasted like.
It's
Menu hack.
disgusting.
It's good.
I mean,
yeah, and the funny part is they won't make it for you, and they give you all the extra bread.
You have to pay for 2 sandwiches, put them together yourself,
and then the dogs get the extra bread, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's what happens in our
Yeah.
house. And one of their combinations, you have to buy 3 sandwiches and smush them together.
I know, that's gross.
I mean,
With
how
the land-
much
the
freaking
land-
fat do you need?
The land, the sea, and the air.
That's 3 pounds of crap.
It's not really
Right,
once you
2
put it
pounds
together.
of crap.
Yeah. But
No! I don't want any. You know, I mean,
okay, a fish
I'd bought
sandwich.
a double cheeseburger and a fish.
A
and
fish
eaten them
sandwich
both,
with
but-
smushed together with a. You know what's better than the double cheeseburger?
What?
A Big Mac, and instead of the middle piece of bread,
Yeah.
you put the fish in there, and then you smush it together because it has that Big Mac sauce, and it's kind of like tartar sauce,
Right.
a little bit.
Right.
That's better.
So do you use the tartar bun or the Big Mac mud?
Well, the tartar sauce always comes off with the fish anyway,
Yeah.
so you just put that on there, and then you smush all the rest of the tartar sauce. See, I made this up myself.
Yeah.
So don't use their idea.
I gotta figure out what that.
The other thing is, you can do it cheaper because they always have that thing where you can buy one sandwich and get one for like $0.25.
Right.
So you get a Big Mac, and then you get a fish sandwich for $0.25, and
Right.
then you smush them all together.
Ah,
Stupid McDonald's.
stupid Donald's.
And then you get the diabetes.
No kidding. I mean, that's just. Ugh.
But I mean, it's fun. But like, it's fun to do like one time.
It's just a marketing thing, is all.
Yeah.
it
Well,
is.
I've seen them online before, where like you could order them. You know.
Right.
But I mean, you can pretty much order anything you want to. It just depends on if they'll make it for you.
I figured out how to disconnect that thing.
Like, you know what I wish they would do?
What?
How come they don't have any breakfast sandwiches that come with a hamburger on them?
Yeah, you were
What is
telling me
wrong
about
with that? Like, what? Like, why not?
A brunch sandwich.
You could get a steak bagel. You used to be able to get a steak bagel. You
Yeah.
can't now because they suck. But, like, how come you can't get, like, a hamburger McMuffin or something like that?
Yeah.
Why does it gotta be?
McMarketing.
Why does it gotta be pork?
Yeah, McMarketing.
I mean, they make a hamburger called a Wake and Bake with an egg on it.
Yeah.
So why can't you get that for breakfast?
That would make perfect sense.
McDonald's is stupid.
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 How you doing over there, Dash?
Just contemplating all the combinations of McDonald's hack meals that I will never eat.
Right.
No doubt.
But I mean, you could make like I made this one time and it was gross, but it actually tasted good. It was a chicken McGriddle with cheese and an egg on it. It was good.
So I don't have a problem with.
I will never eat one again, but it was good.
One of my favorite hamburgers is it's a full-on hamburger with egg and bacon on it.
Yeah.
I love that, but I don't think
Right,
I'd
but
put-
why won't they sell that for breakfast? Why do you gotta get sausage?
Well, you're gonna get
That's just-
McDonald's.
Well, I'm talking anywhere. Nobody makes a breakfast sandwich that has a hamburger on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's against the law.
I don't know why.
Just like you can't get
I
something.
guess everybody figures you want sausage because it's breakfast.
No, but no. Well, you can go to Waffle House and get steak and eggs,
Yeah.
or hamburger and eggs.
I love
Right?
Waffle House now.
Yeah,
Yeah, Waffle House is great.
Waffle
I love
House.
theirs.
It's better when
Hey,
you're
we
grown
got
up.
our little restaurant back, the one that had been closed for
Oh,
2
Grill
years.
Works.
Grill Works is
Yay!
open
Grill
again.
Works with an X.
Back to normal. That was good.
Yay!
Yeah, we just closed yesterday. All the Fuddruckers in the Orlando
Really?
area shut down. On
Oh,
the
Oh
really?
man, I used to love
Oh,
those.
man.
I don't
I
think there
love
are
those.
any more around.
Really?
Did the whole thing go out of business?
I don't know. I just know that the 3 that we had in this area all shut down on Monday.
Oh,
For
that's
them to close Fuddruckers in Orlando means they're in big trouble.
Well, ours closed in Durham like 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually had one in Altamont that closed about 10 years ago, and then we had right before COVID, 2 of them opened up in the area, and then a third one after COVID, and then now they're all closed.
Weird.
And Fuddruckers is a great hamburger. I mean,
yeah, they are. They really are.
Very good.
Their buns are the best buns I've ever had.
The kids always used to wanted to go eat there after soccer games.
Oh, very good. That's too bad.
Yep. But I think our place down the street makes their own hamburgers because they're really good. What time is it?
It's 7:40.
Time to talk about NASCAR yet?
Not yet.
Why not?
Gotta get close.
Why not?
We're getting there.
What do we have to talk about that's more important?
Huge discovery of 18,000 notepads documents daily life in ancient Egypt.
Did they watch NASCAR?
Not according to these. They wrote
Was it
on
papyrus?
shards. They wrote on inked pottery.
What happened to the papyrus they
ostraka.
supposedly
Hold on.
invented?
Much cheaper and more accessible than papyrus. or
Papyrus. Pottery?
Remnants of broken. Well,
Wasn't that like really
they have dirt. All they have
hard?
to do
Wasn't
is
that
make
like
a
really
fire.
hard to carry? Oh wait, let me get my notebook. And then I pull out a wheelbarrow.
Remnants of were found on of detailed shopping lists, record trades, copy literature, and teach students how to write and draw. All done on pots.
You know what? One time I was supposed to help this guy next door who was a contractor, and he wanted me to do his payroll, and he brought it to me written on a piece of wood.
That's funny.
He did.
Well, see, there you go. In fact, a large number of these straka they found at the
Straka?
Arthribis archaeological site appear to have been remnants to an ancient school. There are lists of months, numbers, arithmetic problems, grammar exercises, and a bird alphabet. Each letter was assigned to a bird. Each letter was assigned to a name that began with that letter of the bird.
Cool. I bet Big Bird was B.
Really good.
No?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Okay, can we talk about NASCAR yet?
Let's talk about pot.
No!
There's only 16 minutes to go.
We got 16 minutes.
That's not enough!
All right, I'll save these stories.
That's
until
only
next week.
That's only like 25 laps of the race.
Go for it, Alice. You're dying to talk. Go for it. You're dying to talk about NASCAR. Let's talk about NASCAR.
Okay, I have a question first.
Fire away.
Because I'm going to forget by next week.
Yeah.
So now that we know that we can put a track anywhere we want to put a track.
Yeah. No, we can't put
Yes, we can!
Not in the backyard.
In our backyard we could.
Oh, there's your question. Go ahead. I understand. Go ahead.
Okay, so now that we know, you don't have to have a track already built to have a race in your town.
Right. All you need is a football
All
field.
you need is no, you don't even need a football field. You could have a baseball field, you could have a soccer field, you could have a street, or like Dave Moody said, you could have a football field with a road coming into it, and you could drive into the football drive back out of the football field on the road, go back around, and come back in.
Right.
So, if you could make up a track in a really cool place that's not a track, you can only pick one for now. You can pick another one another day. Where would you pick?
So it could be a road course.
It could be anything. It could be a road course. It could be a street course. It could be a long track, a short track. It has to be someplace the cars can actually drive on, though. But I mean, you can make the track.
I was just about to say.
Make the track.
I was just about to say St. Croix, but some of those roads they'd fall right off the
you
track.
you can make the track like they did in L.A.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be a place that already has a
all right, let's just stay to a small track.
And oh yeah, and they said stay to a quarter-mile track.
All right. So basically
That's
Bowman
the game.
Gray anywhere.
Yeah, but it could right. But where would you put it? That would like be the last place that you would think somebody would put a track, or that you would think was really cool.
What do you think, Darsh?
I got one already.
I don't know.
All right. Let me see. Lisa already said Disney World last night.
And you said nope.
I said
Disney World used
I
to have
got
a quarter mile
one.
track.
that would be a Mickey Mouse.
I
race.
got a new one now.
Disney
What?
World had a quarter mile
I
track
got.
out in the parking
Did they?
lot. Yeah, out in the
Oh,
parking
right.
lot. They used to
Yeah,
run trucks.
Right.
So I got one of two, and
Good.
because they're very similar.
Good.
Fenway
That'd be cool.
or Field of Dreams, and the cars could come out of the corn. The cars could like come out of the corn, right? And they
They
could be
drive over the
and-
corn.
and
They
could
wouldn't
be
go through the corn.
ethanol, right? Ethanol cars with the corn, and they could that. So those are my two. But
Well, yeah.
Fenway, seriously, have a race in
would be
Fenway.
pretty badass.
That would be epic.
I don't
So
think
there,
you
I'm
could
done.
fit a track. You could either fit a quarter mile track in Fenway.
Maybe you could put it on the outside of Fenway.
That's why they have the monster walls.
That'd be
because
that'd be a street corn.
Maybe it could
so
be a roval.
small.
It could be a roval.
You'd have to do a roval inside.
I don't know. I don't know. But all right, Field of Dreams then, because then you could make it bigger,
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
and they could come out of the corn.
Well, they've had it at Soldier Field before.
Yep.
Whatever.
Well,
Okay,
on
but
that
it's
already.
different.
that's before it looks
Different.
like it was now.
Right.
Think about a street course or a road course, though.
Where would be fun and different?
And some guy goes, Seattle. Hello, dude. You know why you're a dumbass? Because it rains in Seattle all the time. They're not going to have a race there.
Suppose they could rain in a dome with the roof open.
Race?
Yeah.
I guess so. Could they?
What do you think, Darsh?
Well,
I mean, I was thinking like the Superdome.
if the roof is open, then you're gonna get rain. So that wouldn't really.
Well, I
help.
know. I mean, but the purpose of the roof open is so that
Don't they have those
everyone
monster?
doesn't die of asphyxiation.
Don't they have those
from
monster
40
truck things?
40
in-
cars emitting.
Don't they have those monster truck things inside?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there
but
you go.
that's different. That's a couple
That's
trucks
only like one truck.
running at
It's
a
not
time.
40
rather-
trucks.
Yeah.
We've got breaking news. 40,000 people are dead at the
Well, you know what?
NASCAR event
Maybe when
inside the dome.
Maybe when they have electric NASCAR, they can do that.
How
Right?
about Dallas's Mammoth Stadium?
Yeah, it
What,
has a hole in
football?
the roof already.
Yeah.
Well, the only one you could really do it
It's
at,
also got that big ass screen.
Boring.
the only place you could do that indoors, sort of, is the new SoFi Stadium in LA, because it has a roof, but it's open. It's open air.
Yeah.
Right, what's Daryl saying?
Somebody said they should have it at Phoenix next year because that's where the Super Bowl is. And then they could do like race, Super Bowl,
Well,
like,
Phoenix already has a track.
but not at that track.
Man.
Like at the
Oh, I got one. Mexico City.
we said that yesterday.
I know. Mexico City would be cool.
They would
Wouldn't it?
like that. Yeah, they would like that.
I mean, there are a lot of Hispanic fans of
I know.
NASCAR, and it's not really that far for the trucks to go.
I know. In the
What?
Roman Colosseum.
That would be good. I think they might be upset when you start moving the ancient stones, though, to put down the track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You couldn't put down the track.
The Great Wall of China.
It'd be hard to pass, and when you get to the guard towers, it'd be a little sketchy.
So what we've been referring to is the LA Coliseum just had a fantastic race in it.
Even Dershey liked
Even
it.
Dershey, who does not like small tracks, had to admit that was pretty badass.
That was pretty cool.
I cannot agree on
And-
the grounds that I might incriminate myself.
You did yesterday, so you already did. We've got it on record. But they said there was 50,000 people there.
Yeah.
But it could have had double that if they had wanted to.
No, because it only seats 70.
It looked like there was a lot more.
It
than
only
20,000
seats
available.
70.
There's a lot of empty seats, and of course they took out the whole lower section.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's because they
Well,
weren't
yeah.
sure if the cars were going to
That's
launch.
the Bobby Allison
Yeah.
racing. Whew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think these metal fences were quite up to the usual.
A lot of
NASCAR
people
standard.
liked it though.
It was badass. It was really cool. I mean, we went to Bowman Gray 2 years ago.
Pre-COVID, the year
Just
before
right
COVID.
before
yeah.
COVID.
2019.
2019. It was just so cool. I mean, but that track has nothing in the middle. There's no jersey barriers. So when cars spin out, they spin out into the infield.
Yeah, they just go in the dirt or in the grass.
Yeah.
We went
And
because
turn
Bobby
around in
Labonte was there.
Yeah,
That's
that
why
was
we
cool.
went.
Yep. One of Lisa's future husbands.
They have a list.
She has a list. So anyway, what was your favorite part about it, Lisa?
What?
The race.
Ryan Blaney.
Kyle Busch didn't win.
Ryan Blaney getting really mad and throwing his Hans device.
And then he had to go get
And then he
it
had to go
because
get
his
it.
car wasn't
He
totaled.
was mad.
He was mad.
He
Blaney
never gets mad.
No,
He
dude.
never gets mad.
But yeah, I can't
my
believe
second
they got his
favorite
car
part-
started again.
My second favorite
That
part
blew
was
my
Kyle
mind.
Busch not winning.
Yeah, Kyle Busch didn't win.
And also, he will not be driving in any Xfinity races this year. He has confirmed today.
Yep.
Yay!
And Joey.
Yay!
Yeah, that's good. That's it. You know what? I can't blame him, but I also, if he ever changes his mind, who could blame him? You know, he's just dominant.
There's
series.
well, that was the discussion today on Dave Moody, whether it was a plus or a minus. A lot of people went to the Xfinity races to see
Right.
Kyle Busch.
And consequently,
A lot of people did not go to the Xfinity races because Kyle Busch was going to be there.
So the question was, did they get more with him there or
They
without?
never tracked it, so they don't know.
Well, that would be easy enough.
Then they don't know if that's the reason. They didn't.
Right.
They didn't ask people, "Did you buy this ticket?"
Well, I mean, if you get
because-"
a certain average, then all of a sudden it's 20,000 more because Kyle Busch is there, or 10,000
yeah, but you can't
less.
prove it. But you can't prove it.
Well, it's pretty indicative, I would say.
You said dick.
I did say that. I knew you were going to say that too. She's silly. What you guys were talking about before, the Daytona 500 winning car may not be displayed.
No,
as TV's
is
face.
not going to be.
It says may not here.
Is not. I read it different
It
places.
says it will remain at the Speedway overnight and be present for the celebratory
scan it.
breakfast the following morning.
I bet there
Then
won't
they
be
can take it back
hamburgers
to
either.
their shop and race it during the season. Yes.
They're gonna scan it, and they're gonna even like take a picture of it with all the confetti stuck on it and everything.
Mhm.
They're gonna make a wrap of how it looked with like all the confetti
Right.
stuck on it and everything, and stick it on a regular car.
The reason they're doing that is because there's a car shortage. It's not because of chips either.
No,
like
it's because
American
everybody
cars,
only
right?
gets a certain number of cars. So
Right.
if you take one of your cars,
Now,
at the
are they
beginning of the
eventually
year.
going to get more cars each?
I don't know. What do I look like, Ben Kennedy?
I mean, or is that just because they're so short of cars at the beginning? God, I'm glad you don't look like that.
I protest. I'm protesting. I'm not watching the Daytona 500 now.
Yes, you are.
You are too.
I'm not.
Are.
That is so
I-
unfair to all the race drivers who lost their car in previous generations, had to leave their car there. Like, you couldn't go down to the store and buy another car or something like that.
Guess what?
Huh?
Shit changes.
I don't have to like it, and I
Hey,
can
you know what?
protest. I can protest
Hey, you know-
by not
You'll
watching.
protest. You'll still
Hey,
watch
Dersh.
it.
Hey, Dersh. You know what we're doing for my big 60th birthday party that will never happen, but it might be next year?
No idea.
I think we should go to the Daytona 500.
That would be fun.
What do you think?
Do
Do you want to come?
I'd go, but I don't see it
I
happen.
don't even like
I
that
don't
track,
know.
but I'd go.
I may be over my protest by then, but I'm not promising
Yeah.
anything.
Well, you can
Shut up.
think about it.
You're such a
You
dork.
can, I don't even like that track. but
He
it would
loves
be fun.
NASCAR as much as we do. Certain picture of him standing next to Leonard Wood.
He touched my butt.
Congratulations to Joey and Brittany Logano.
Yes.
Third child. What's the baby's name? Alicia.
Alicia Love. I think it's Alicia or Eliza.
Well, let me look
I'm
it
not
up.
sure. It's with an E.
Let's
But
see.
her middle name is Love.
Amelia.
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 Amelia Love.
Love. She got the love.
So he has two boys and a girl, just like me.
It's cool.
Yep.
And
so you know what the little boys are gonna say?
What?
We used to have so much fun before you were born.
And when did they get married?
They're the same day as us.
Same day as us.
But we haven't had 3 kids since then.
No, we are old.
No.
I think they should have named her Amelia. My dad won $2 million.
$1 million?
What is L?
$1 million or
L?
two? Name her $1 million or two.
L is what, 1,000? Oh, what is L in Roman?
50.
Oh, so her name is E5050. What is an E? Is an E a Roman numeral or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're doing.
I was trying to turn it into something else.
Amelia 2 million. Logano.
There you go.
Amelia
Yeah.
2 million Logano.
So he's had a fun couple of days.
So sponsorships are coming in line for people for this year. BJ McLeod's got NASCAR Ignition. Freight Auctions is going to continue sponsoring Front Row Motorsports.
Did you
That's
hear
his
about
own company? Yeah.
the upcoming addition to Joe Gibbs' Xfinity team?
Who?
Well, they won't say, but they showed the sponsor.
Uh-huh.
And if you go look up the sponsor, the only driver they follow is Trevor Bayne.
Aha!
So Trevor Bayne may be coming back
Well, I
to
can see
Xfinity.
that. Well, he's older now. Maybe he's a little smarter.
Not that old. He was only 20 when he won the Daytona 500
That
by
was
accident.
10 years ago?
Oh, that was
I
12,
think
13.
I think they
he's not
put
a
Ty
kid
in.
anymore.
You think they put Ty in there full time before that?
No, it's Ty and Trevor.
What the hell were they thinking about putting Ty Gibbs in a cup car? I mean, he
What?
was doing good.
What?
I mean, not Ty Gibbs. Ty Dillon.
Dylan. Oh
Ty
my
Dillon.
God!
Oh.
What a mess!
Because
What a
Paul
freaking
said.
wreck.
Because Paul said.
Yeah, Papa happens to provide the cars for that certain team that he's driving for, by the way.
Yeah.
Papa
Papa needs to be fired.
Papa's drinking too much of his wine.
I don't blame him.
Hey, did you buy any of that wine, Dersh?
Yeah, I did. Just
Was it good?
No, I bought it as decorations because the bottles are absolutely gorgeous.
I know they are pretty.
You know what the big breaking news of the race was? Kyle Petty. Kyle Busch did not whine after the race. He smiled and said, "Well, looks good for the season."
Oh, you know what he said? I'm going to go watch more of my kids' races.
Yeah, that was cool. All right, Dersh, you need to post the link for the Right Side of Politics, which is coming up in 1 minute, according to my TikTok.
No, it's not coming up in 1 minute.
Well, no.
It's coming up in half
an
an hour in 1 minute.
Right, because the end of the show is coming.
You shut up, Chuck.
So, thank you very much. You waited all hour to say that time. There you go, Daryl. You were waiting for her to say it. She did.
Oh yeah.
Everything's normal.
Yay. Except for us.
Hey, Dershie, I stepped on your lawn.
Get off my infield lawn! I got a truck coming through.
There's mud.
It's funny.
Oh.
I got a truck
You know what else? You know what else some dude said today?
What?
Some random caller on Dave Moody says he thinks that Tony Stewart is going to buy NASCAR.
I think Tony Stewart ought to just simply become an announcer.
Tony Stewart, do you know how much crap Tony Stewart has going on in his world?
He should do that. That way his girlfriend could go race.
Girlfriend?
Wife, sorry.
Girlfriend?
Wife. I forgot the
He owns like 50 bazillion teams of things.
He's so busy.
He doesn't need anything else to do.
He owns a truck.
Yeah.
He owns an NHRA team now.
He owns a funny car team, a drag racing team, his midget teams and sprint teams and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, he's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy.
It's amazing.
What he doesn't need to do is announce because he's just awful.
He doesn't have a very
really?
good.
No.
He's a funny guy, but he has a horrible voice.
He was terrible. I'm sorry.
Durst just posted the links for Rumble and for Clout Hub to watch the next show. The Rumble one is is where you will find the more people interacting in the chat room.
There's 3
Clout
instead
Hub,
of 2.
It's a little awkward there, but you can still do it if that's your more convenient one, and we will see your comments. But the comment section is down below on that side.
I gotta go. It's 8:01.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Lisa's got to wait 1 more minute before she leaves
Why?
because we have to say goodnight to everyone
Okay.
and say till next week.
Ooh, I can't see.
You got glasses.
I got glasses.
Everybody say goodnight, Lisa.
Good night, Lisa.
Night, Lisa!
Love you,
Good
Lisa.
night, Dirt.
Love Dersh!
Love you guys.
Dershy loves short tracks.
We'll be back next week, same bat time and same bat channel. Durst, what do you got to say?
Well, there's one thing I could say, but
Okay.
it would probably get you kicked off YouTube. And
Well, don't say that.
Don't say that. That's a bad word.
That's for us to get kicked off. Not this show. This show's nice.
the only thing I have to say is I'm protesting the Daytona 500 until they keep the car.
Gaytona? Did he say Gaytona?
Gaytona 500. It's now a Gaytona race because they're not keeping the car. And the other thing I have to say is, Chuck, stay off my lawn!
Hey, you know, there used to be a website called Gaytona, and it was gay guys that wrote about NASCAR, but they haven't written anything in 10 years, so I don't know what happened.
Well, now they have something to write about.
Yeah.
Not keeping the car in Daytona where they should keep it. And if you don't like it, don't win the freaking race. Finish second. You get to keep your car.
Oh, okay.
Anything, Lisa?
No, I gotta go.
Okay.
Good
night, everybody. It's been great seeing you. We'll see you next week.
Night. Gotta go.